Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Nur Farhan Natasha bintu Abdul Hamid and I'm from RAS2221A. Today, I would like to talk about the danger of early smartphone exposed to children. Have you ever experienced playing with the smartphone given by your parents as a toddler, or saw your parents give smartphone to your younger sibling as a way to coax them when they throw a tantrum? Surely the majority of you might have experienced either of those two, as according to an independent research company, Common Sense, 95% of families with children under the age of 8 has at least one smartphone in the house. Hence, what's your view on the parents' action now? If some of you that it's not a big deal to give a toddler a smartphone as long as he doesn't cause trouble and stay quiet, then will you stick to your opinion if after you a new study suggests that an hour a day spent with the smartphone plays a significant part in the rise of depression and anxiety among children? Thus, here I stand to give you an overview of the danger of early smartphone exposed to children. As a matter of fact, I believe all of us here know smartphone can have cons, but how many of you know how deep and permanent the wounds will be left on the children due to the cons? For instance, it will cause eye discomfort and damage to eyesight, risk of tumor, disrupted sleep pattern, effect on mental health, and severe addiction. I have a younger cousin who addicted to smartphone, thus who threw a fit and cried out loud all day if she can't have it. Her parents only gave in to her despite being advised not to by other adults. Therefore, it goes without saying that all this happened due to the early smartphone of exposed to the toddler. This caused her to have severe addiction with smartphone. As a young adult who has a younger sibling, I would like to share my opinions on this matter so others out there will think twice before letting their toddler be exposed to smartphone. Therefore, I would like to share with you the ability to control the usage of smartphone among children, thus avoiding its negative effect. Do you know how bad early smartphone exposure will have on health? In a study sample size 364 children, 72.8% of the children were smartphone users and 27.2% of the children were tablet users. Approximately 83.2% of the children started using mobile device at the age of 3 years old and below, and 16.8% started at the age of 4 until 6 years old. Unquestionably, the children might suffer from the effect of early smartphone exposure such as eye discomfort and damaged eyesight. Young children these days increasingly involve themselves in playing online games and watching YouTube videos for hours together, which can impact their eyesight. Children are not very cautious about the use of smartphones and hold their phones too close to their eyes, which eye specialists all over the world have continuously advised as something to be avoided. By both adults and children who use excessive smartphone experience this discomfort, children are more susceptible to developing symptoms depending on the ways they use their device. The term digital eye strain refers to symptoms caused by prolonged usage of smartphone that include pain, blurred vision, headache, dry eyes, and fatigue. Secondly, health hazards such as non-malignant tumors and cancer. We go great lengths to protect the child brain with car seats and bike helmet, yet we are exposing them now to an agent that many governments control, ban, and restrict due to their teenage goals and unique psychology. Children can receive twice as much radiation into their brain and end up 10 times as much into their skull compared at an adult. Children developing brains are most vulnerable, said Theodora Scarato, clinical social worker and director of public affairs and educational program Environmental Health Trust. Good health is above wealth, but the majority of us undermine our personal health and become more careless about our children's mental and physical state day by day, caused by the excessive usage of cell phone. In addition, the World Health Organization (WHO) has classified cell phone radiation as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Children absorb more than 60% radiation into the brain than adults. It is believed that their brain is thinner, skin, tissue, and muscles will make them vulnerable to absorb the radiation twice as much as grown-ups. However, more research is needed to establish the finding. Their developing nervous system makes them more vulnerable to this carcinogen. Thirdly, the effect on mental health. According to experts, amongst the causes of depression and anorexia in kids is the use of smartphone and connection to the internet. Since children kick are bullied and often unsupervised, there is a negative impact on their mental health. The internet is a vast space and there is a high possibility of children encountering a variety of inappropriate behavior which may have negative impact on their mental health. Many kids who come in contact with cyberbullies and face harassment over the internet only admit their experience much later in life when the damage has been already done to their mental health. Cyberbullying is a very serious issue affecting not just the young victim but also the victim families, the bully, and those who witness instances of cyberbullying. However, the effect of cyberbullying can be the most detrimental to the victim, of course, as they may experience a number of emotional issues that affect their social and academic performance as well as their overall mental health. A recent study concluded that victims of cyberbullying are twice as likely to attempt suicide or engage in acts of self-harm. However, there is a way to prevent each of the effects above. All of this can be prevented if adults, especially the parents, know how to manage their children's usage of smartphones. Eyes are not designed to stare all day at something directly in front of you. You must give your eyes much needed break during long work days. Doctors suggest that smartphone usage must be limited to a certain amount of time every day or take 30 minutes interval as a break for the eyes, and then it is also important to teach children to hold their phone further away from their eyes and to adjust their device brightness to a necessary minimum. Issue about cancer and possible non-malignant tumor is a serious thing that needed to be discussed. Kids should not have smartphone, and I may be alone on this, but I don't see a real need for them, and I certainly don't see a benefit for young children. I actually know of a 5-year-old who owns a cell phone. Children's excessive use of cell phone can lead to issues with both health and safety, say Georgia S. Thompson, a vice president of the Progress and Affiliate Network Social Black Child Development Institute. To be honest, I agree with her. Actually, in my opinion, I believe that the safest way to protect the children is not give them the smartphone. In addition, a smartphone for children is just a form of entertainment. Thus, it is better for the parents to introduce other sorts of entertainment such as outdoor activity. This way, the children will have a healthier life. However, if a minority of you think smartphones are indeed an important thing for the children to have, in case there is an emergency and they have to call 999, then make sure to limit their screen time. The American Academy of Pediatrics discourages media use by children younger than 2 and recommends limiting other children's screen time to no more than 1 or 2 hours a day. Next is how to avoid cyberbullying. Parents play an important role in making sure the children are not posting something in social media that might attract the bully. In addition, it is better to not just post anything, as it is dangerous to show the private life to many unknown people and keep the personal information personal. Parents also must monitor internet use and communicating with their children are important strategies. The feeling of being laughed at or harassed by others can prevent people from speaking up or trying to deal with the problem. In extreme cases, cyberbullying can even lead people taking their own life. Can you imagine the positive impact that will have on the children's life? Imagine what the younger generation will be if adults took the actual danger of early smartphone being exposed to children seriously, how healthy they grow up to be. First of all, they will be free from risk of cancer. Pew Research Center has reported that 75% of preteens and early teens keep their cell phone in their front pant pocket, which is very harmful for their reproductive health. Boys should not keep their cell phone in front of pants pocket. There is a potential harm to sperms, and girls should not place their cell phone in their innerwears. This recommendation was based on a case study of 4 young women with a history of keeping their cell phones in or near their innerwears and who subsequently developed breast cancer. It is obvious that more radiation is absorbed with more hours of use, so children should be taught to use their mobile phone as little as possible. Moreover, they also will not suffer from spine misalignment due to smartphone use. A healthy spine is one of the key factors of well-being during growing age. When kids are slouching over a smartphone for most hours daily, they wring their necks and back muscles. So no wonder they feel nagging pain in this part. But wait, there's more. Pain, strain, and arching neck muscle can cause a severe headache and make things worse. So eventually, they will feel like a wreck. To keep the children healthy, it's time to decide what we should not allow our kids to overuse cell phone and other wireless devices. In today's globalized digital world, the usage of smartphone is rapidly increasing. This does not mean only adults but also include children of all ages. Children all around the globe have started using smartphones for various purposes, whether for talking to their friends and relatives on video calls, or playing games, or on social media, or even for online education. We now have more reason for concern over the excessive use of technology among the youngest of the young, as little kids' smartphone usage has risen dramatically, according to many studies. Therefore, an action must be made so that there is no negative impact on the child's development. I believe that if parents properly guide and manage their child usage of smartphone, it can be greatly beneficial for them. But without proper guidance, the drawbacks of smartphone and its negative impact on children's development, health, and studies is a matter of concern. Who knows, you can save the child's future just by properly managing the child's smartphone usage. That's all from me. Thank you.